Welcome to The Golden Difference. I'm Elizabeth.
I'm Danny. It's episode number 4.
So, Danny, do you like gifts?
I love gifts.
Surprises?
I love surprises.
Okay, so we walked in earlier today and look at what we found at our doorstep.
Yeah, these are beautiful.
Mine says joy. Yours says peace.
Peace and joy.
Peace and joy. How beautiful. Honestly, I think people know that I love flowers.
I do too. I'm a huge fan of fresh flowers.
So before we start, I got to kind of read the card as to who brought this for us. A small token to thank you for the amazing job you do on the series every Tuesday. We all enjoy it very much. From Blossom, Flowers, and Sweets.
Whoop, whoop. We got fans, peeps.
So we have a shout out to you guys. Blossoms, Flowers, and Sweets.
They're
guys,
awesome.
You're amazing. And for those of you guys that are watching, please follow them. They're on Instagram and Facebook.
Honestly, we've had them do some other stuff for us before, and I mean, they do a fantastic job. I mean, their stuff always comes out really nice. Flowers are super fresh, really pretty, great ideas. Super go-to.
I love it. This is such a great way to open our topic.
I agree.
Positive people, right?
Wow.
So, I have to tell you, growing up, my mom always taught us, you're judged by the people that you keep.
That's so true.
Right?
Actually, super true.
Right. So we're going to talk to you today about the people that are toxic, and then we're going to talk about the people that are positive. So we're going to start out with the toxic so we can get the toxic.
Let's get the bad out of the way. I'm with you.
Let's get the bad out of the way.
Yeah.
Again, flowers, blossoms, and sweets. You guys are amazing, and thank you for my mug. Okay, so I got the first toxic person that we're going to talk about. So that's the energy drainer. They're the ones that kind of make you feel tense. They put you down for no reason. A little example is like, I guess once you've talked to these people, or you feel like you're walking on eggshells. After you've talked to them, you're in a bad mood. So we need to keep away from the energy drainer.
That's super true. I completely agree with you. That energy drainer person kind of really flows into what mine was, and that's the fake complimenter. I hear this so much, so many times throughout the day. These are the people that are giving you kind of that backhanded compliment. They're giving you kind of a half-hearted, so to speak, as a compliment. People that they lack empathy. They just really aren't there for you. Like, they're pretending like they're going to be, giving you this amazing compliment, and they're right behind you, but unfortunately these people are never there.
So let's keep away from those fake complimenters.
Definitely.
I got the next one, the pessimist. The one that tends to talk down to you, only cares about themselves. I guess, they talk about, everything with what everybody does to them. We just got to keep away from these pessimists that think the glass is half empty. Mm-hmm. I like to think the glass is half full.
I like to think, let's get 2 glasses.
Okay, so pessimists, out, guys, out.
Yeah. So criticizers, people that, honestly, you're never going to make them happy. This has been a big thing over the last couple of years that I've really made a conscious effort to cut a lot of these people out, is, the people that you're never going to make them happy. You're never going to do the right thing. They're never, no matter how above and beyond you go, they're just never going to be satisfied with the job that you do, and they're always going to just nitpick you, criticize you, try to just, bring you down. And, for me, that's just, someone that makes you feel like a loser and makes you feel small, and those people, you chop those people out
the door. And so I've got the victim. So the victim blames everybody but themselves for their mishaps. If they fail, there's an excuse, and it's not my fault. It's always someone else's fault. So we want to try to keep away from the victim because, we just don't need to be hearing all this. Well, it's that person's fault and that person's fault. take blame for yourself. If something happens to you, it's all how you handle it, you know. But the victim is going to blame everybody but themselves.
That's one of those
stay
things
away.
too, baby. Like whenever you own your own company, and people like, oh, you own your own company. That's so cool. It's so great. You must be, whatever. Honestly, the one thing about owning your own company is that there is no one to blame. You know what I mean? Like, it is 100% your fault. If something doesn't go right, if something doesn't work out right, it's your fault. Even if someone else did it, you are the one that hired that somebody else. So it still comes back to you. So, it's kind of that end all be all. And, I think that's one thing I've learned over owning different companies throughout my life.
Yeah.
So the next one is the manipulator. This is kind of one of the worst of all of them, just because this person is, sometimes they're very hard to spot. Sometimes they're very hard to really realize what they're doing and, some of the bad things that they're coming up with. And, it seems like, oh, wow, they're my best friend. And, oh, I'm going to spend, time with them. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do all these extra things. When ultimately at the end of the day, the whole thing is about themselves.
What they're out to
Yeah.
get.
And so a lot of times, and we've come across people like this many times throughout our lives, and a lot of times you're just fooled by them. You just really don't realize, who they are until it's too late sometimes, unfortunately.
Now that we've talked about the negative people, I just want to say, look, we're human, we make mistakes. I think what we're trying to drill in is, we want life to be kind to us. As it is, we have struggles, and life is a big struggle, but we have to bring the people in that'll bring us up, that'll lift us up.
100%.
And I just think that, we're doing this series because you have to kind of sit back and think about these people that are in your lives. Are they helping you? Are they bringing you,
Are they bringing you up? And even the other thing too that as we were preparing, we actually do a lot of work on these things. Is as we were preparing, you start to think like, well, am I some of these things to some people? You know what I mean? Because not always you're going to be. A lot of these people are surround us, and you're like, oh man, these people are always dragging me down. But then sometimes you realize, and you're like, well, shoot, I'm this to some people. So, this really opened my eyes to a lot of things. And there's definitely some people that I'm going to have to cut out of my life. But there's some people that I'm going to cut myself out of their life because I don't feel like I'm giving them the positive attitude and the positivity that they deserve and they need so that they can be their best. And so that's one of the things, like as you're doing these trainings and as we're doing different things, I tell her all the time, look, you are the 5 people that you surround yourself with. And this is something I heard whenever I was a kid, and I just have always felt this way. And it really is. As you're moving up and you're doing better and better, those 5 people will change. It's not always, it's not your same 5 people that you started out life with. It would be amazing if it could be. But as you go through different seasons of your life, those people are going to change. You're going to need different people. There's going to be different people that are going to come into play. And those are the ones that we'll have to, unfortunately, that those top 5 change. And so for me,
we're going to focus now on the positive people, or we're going to focus on the people that we need to seek or be.
Yeah.
Because we need
to be for others, that's really true.
Okay. You've got...
You're number 1.
Oh, I've got the first one. Yeah. Are you serious?
Authentic people.
Okay. I've got the authentic people. So in a way, it was kind of hard for me to really write a definition. So I'm going to tell you that I think authentic people are the way they, I guess, look at things. So how they lead their lives. I would think, if they've hit rock bottom, but yet they don't blame anybody and they, pick themselves up from their bootstraps and start, doing their things right, then that's authentic. If they come to you and say, I really need your help, or I want to help you, that's authentic to me. I had a little struggle putting it.
It's hard to put that one into words sometimes, but really kind of the way like I look at it is, you know, it's someone that's out there living their life day by day by day by day, not worried about what's on social, not worried about what their neighbor's doing, not worried about anything. Really what they're doing is they're living their life the best way that they know how, and they're just, you know, crushing life. That's to me like how I look at authentic is, you know, they're just these people that are out just, you know, beating it every single day, and they're just living their best life, you know. So, but you know what I mean. So, the next one is adventurous people, and this one I absolutely love. So, adventurous people are the people that push you out of your comfort zone, and I've had these in different seasons of my life where I've had just people that have completely shook me to my core. Of, you know, let's do this, let's try this, let's, you know, go here, let's go there, you know, and that's been from getting to play football in Australia, from, you know, rodeoing and you know, getting to professional rodeo and college rodeo. People that have just like been like, poof, go do it, you know, and those type of adventurous people, oh my gosh, man, they're the people that are going to push you farther than you even yourself will even realize.
It kind of leads into mine. I get cheerleader. I wonder why you gave me cheerleader. You know, maybe because I did it forever. Actually, it's my favorite because I really, really think that you need those cheerleaders in your life. I'm going to tell you, my mom is my biggest cheerleader. You know, she's, Mija, you're beautiful. Mija, you are amazing. Mija, you help people. Mija, you do this. And that she's my biggest cheerleader. So I want to do that to you. I want the people, I want to find friends that'll be my cheerleader. I think we need those in our life. We need the people to encourage us to do good, encourage us to be the best we can. And I actually think that's my favorite one. That's probably why you gave me cheerleader.
Yeah. That,
you know.
clap class. She's our little cheerleader. We love it. So the next one is successful mentors. This one is truly like to my heart. This is the one that I was most excited about getting. Growing up, you know, we all go through trials and tribulations, and not necessarily is growing up always the easiest, and there's lots of things that you go through, and finding a successful mentor is probably one of those things that just pushes you forward, you know, pushes you to the next level. And I fortunately have had some of these people throughout my life, you know, watching people like from my hometown, like Don Tripp, who just absolutely loves people, has been such a pillar of the community, absolutely an amazing man. I had people whenever I was in banking. I had people, you know, in all aspects of my life. And, you know, sometimes also too, I think a lot of times people are like, well, I don't have a mentor right here in front of me. It doesn't have to be. One of the greatest mentors you can have could be someone that is in another country, and you read about them, you learn about them, and you're, I want to live like that. And being successful isn't necessarily always just money. It's your health, it's your fitness, it's, you know, how you treat others. It's, you know, people that show you the right way of, you know, even in church and other things like that. I mean, there's so many successful mentors can mean so many facets of your life, because there's so many facets of success that we get to do. Aww. I make you laugh, maybe. Yeah, I'm her mentor in being a clown.
He's a good mentor. So I have the positive people. I love it. I love when I see positive people. I love when, you know, everything is wonderful and life is simple, and, you know, they have a faith. You know, like I feel the days that I meditate and I talk to God and I go out and I'm like, give me a great day. I come out and I talk, and I want to be that positive person. And I think it's so much easier to be positive than negative, guys. You know, text me out there and send me a message. Tell me, you know, what I need help in finding that positive person, or I want to be a cheerleader. You know, tell me, be honest. If you feel like you're that energy drainer, let's work on it. You know, there's times where I feel like things happen and I you know, he's my punching bag, and it's probably not good that you're my punching bag.
I'm a heavy
but
bag. I'm a heavy bag.
I guess I'm saying I'm sorry that sometimes, but I mean, I do need that punching bag sometimes. I know, but okay, so I'm being honest. I could be that energy drainer, and I don't want to be that energy drainer. And the reason I think this series is so important to me is that Danny's right. You know, we're not perfect. And if we're the energy drainer or the pessimist or the victim, let's change because we want to be that positive cheerleader, that authentic, adventurous, successful mentor. I do.
Yeah, no, definitely. You know, and I think one of the things that of all the people that we need, that possibly you need, that probably everybody needs, is to have, you know, kind of what you're talking about, like that punching bag, but not so much that, it's more having that really good listener. You know, they say God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth. Listen twice as much as you speak. You know, people will tell you exactly what they want to tell you, but most of the time we're so busy thinking about, oh, what's the next thing that we can say? What am I I'm gonna say this next, and I'm gonna do this. But very rarely do we sit back and we're just listening. I'm a people watcher. I sit there, I study people, I watch mannerisms, I have a pretty good radar of like good and bad and, you know, different things like that. But it's more, I think, is I'm listening. You know, people don't realize people are talking and this and that, and I'm hearing you. I hear what you're saying. You know, and that portion of it, being a good listener, that's the part where, you know, I feel like I used to be even better at this. And that's something I want to get back to. You know, I think all too often it's our ego mostly, I would say. You know, for myself, it's your ego of, oh, I know this, I can do this, I'm gonna, you know what I mean? But a lot of times we want to sit there and just take a sit back, listen to what, you know, if it's your partner, if it's your, you know, the people you love in your life, if it's your, you know, friends, everybody. Just this week, you know, take a step back, take a little less time to talk, and be that perfect person for somebody and listen to them, because sometimes, like a lot of times, you just need to tell me something and I just need to hear it so that way you can, you know, move on and be better for other people.
He is my perfect person. I literally can talk to him about anything and you're there for me.
So nice.
No, but he's right. So today, this challenge is go out there and listen to somebody, but truly listen to them. Be your authentic you. Be your positive you. Everything that we talked about, the positive aspects of the people, you do that. Life is too short, and we need to surround ourselves with good, positive people. And you be that good, positive people. And I hope you enjoyed today's session about
100%.
hanging out with positive people, because I do.
And I do too.
And if you need somebody to listen out for you, he's got a good ear.
Just, you know, guys, honestly, this week, you're not going to change how you are in a split second. I wish that was the case. I wish I could sit there and flip a switch and, hey, I'm, you know, whatever. It's just not. It's a work in progress. It's going to take a little bit of time, but just make a conscious effort. You know, like you think about it and you're like, you know what? I handled that a little bit wrong. I wish I would have said this. I should have done this. I should have been more supportive. I should have, you know, don't shit all over yourself, but also at the same time, you know, figure out what can I do to be better. And so this week, just take a step back. Be better.
Keep on sending those messages, guys, because we're getting good topics from you guys that you want to hear from us. And you have made me super happy that you're here and that you're listening to us. And again, oh my God, this one makes me so happy.
Hey, it makes me happy. And hey, did you, Taylor Jade, look at this. Got my UTSA. Elizabeth's daughter is graduating this coming semester in 2020. Mm-hmm.
And she got her real estate. She finished her real final estate classes
to become a realtor. So, whoop whoop, Taylor.
Guys, and before I leave, I have to make a special announcement. So it's legit. Oh no, I'm gonna save it for next time. Next time, guys. Have a great day. Have a great
She does this to
evening.
me all
Taco
the time.
Tuesday. Taco Tuesday.
Go get your tacos.
Bye.
Love you guys.